Skelly.
King Lagazee.
Yeah,
Charlie, Lagazee, the thing is diamond or platinum? Because I'm so confused.
You see, it's diamond, platinum, general.
But you can't have both diamond and platinum at the same time.
Yo, Mr. Bagger title, Skelly.
Is it? And you deserve it.
Yeah, man, blessed.
Straight
blessed. Yeah, man, Skelly. Skelly, so you welcome to Hit 103.9.
Boy, it's a joy, you know. It's a joy. It's a joy to sit on this side of the microphone, is it?
You don't see it. I've been sitting, the other way around.
Today the table was saying. Niceness can't done.
Yeah, man. All right, Skelly, let's start it this way. And for all those who don't know, Skelly Dread is the official road manager for the.
Why do you keep saying this?
I need to let the whole world know. Skelly, no, listen, it's a privilege to have such a big man.
No.
On my show. Oh,
yo, listen.
No, everybody in the studio, tell me if I'm lying.
No, man, it's not a big man thing. It's just a grace, you know. You just have to give thanks.
You see, I like your humbleness, you understand me? You always want to swear.
Yo, brother, the job is a humble job, you know. You can't lift up your shoulders and do that job there.
Of course.
Because as a tour manager, you are a babysitter. You see me?
Yeah. You
are not a big man in the eyes of your employers.
I see.
You see me, I say?
Yeah.
Because when the man they say jump, you have to jump.
I see.
You see me?
Okay.
You are at their beck and call.
I see.
That is what the job is about. So when you're on that job, you are not a big man. So when a man say you're a big man,
but you see, Skelly, for a royal reggae band like Morgan Heritage to have a Ghanaian, as their road manager, I think sometimes when I think about it, I don't get it. How did that happen?
I think it's
now. Tell us today, Skelly, how did that happen?
It's divinity, you know. It's Morgan Heritage are made up of siblings, brothers and a sister, 4 brothers. In fact, initially there were 8, right? There were 8 of them, 7 brothers and a sister.
Yeah.
And then eventually, by the time they got signed up, they dwindled it down to 4 brothers and a sister. And their dad is of Jamaican heritage. And you know that in the diaspora, people associate themselves with, once you are black, like Peter Tosh said, it doesn't matter where you come from. As soon as you're a black man, you're an African. Yeah. So they really, really associate with the African continent. Yeah. Okay, so some years ago, about 10 years ago, or so, I was somewhere in Babylon, doing my own thing. I was working with a promoter called Bagger John. I have to give enough respect to Bagger John because Bagger brought me into the industry. Wow. And Bagger is a promoter. Yeah. Now, them days, I had my job that I was doing 9 to 5. But then, the passion we have for reggae music. Definitely. My passion for reggae music started from when I was in Labadi as a kid. My father, Peter Tosh and Bob Marley and Black Uhuru and Still Pulse all the time. Yeah. So we got inspiration from a very early age. Yeah. So for me, reggae music never left me. So when I went to Babylon, and some years after I've been in Babylon, I've got a job, a decent job in quotes. Yeah. But the reggae thing is in me. And I wanted to get into the reggae industry. So I got a link with this promoter called Bagger John. And Bagger does shows. Bagger is big. He's he's the biggest promoter that I know in the United Kingdom. So I approached Bagger and I said, boy, Bagger, I want to work for the I just want to be in the industry. I'll do whatever it takes. So Bagger said, I said, yeah, man. So he said, okay, if you want to learn, come along. Initially, he was reluctant because this industry is very personalized. There are so many things that goes with getting somebody close to you. Because a lot of the times, people get close to you, they come and learn your secrets, they know everything about you, and then they bounce off. The next minute, they are talking about you, they're trying to crush you and stuff like that. So Bagger was a bit skeptical from the beginning. But eventually, he opened his doors for me after like a year. And I was there.
After a year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the first 6 months I was calling Bagger, he never picked up his phone.
Wow.
And he's not in a damn thing there. To get close to promoters, proper promoters is not an easy thing. Wow. They need to have trust and confidence in you. Wow. So anyway, eventually he opened his doors and I said, look, okay, if you want to help, my doors are open, come on. And I think my persistence showed as well. That's why he eventually allowed me to come into his fold. So I was doing
like the way I was pressuring you.
Laga.
Yo,
so I mean, I was doing everything for Baga them time there. I would sweep, the stage. I would set up the stage. I would do dressing rooms. I would do driving. I would do errand boy, everything for Baga, know. And I did that for like a year.
Wow.
In fact, the very first job I did for Baga John, I was driving Israel Vibrations.
Vibrations.
Yeah, man. Skelly Apple and Wheeze.
Wow.
And my name's Skelly Dread. I actually got that inspiration from Skelly from Israel Vibrations.
Wow.
They were the very first people I drove for Baga John.
Wow.
I was their driver. Anyway, so Morgan Heritage came in to do some work for Baga, and I was assigned as their driver. So I spent, I think, a week or 10 days with them as their driver.
Yeah.
Then after the 10 days, Mr. Mojo, General Mojo, said, boy, Skelly, you sure say he's the driver? And I said, why are you asking me that? I said, no, man, the way you carry yourself, I'm a driver this,
Yeah.
Look like you have more potential than that, sir.
Yeah.
I said, well, I mean, divine, just guide I to do I things. He said, okay, just hold the feet. So after that, they sent, there was LMS, Lazar, Miriam, and Shaipu.
Yeah.
So Lazar came to do some a solo project in London as well. So I was assigned to go with Lazar for, I think it was another 8 days. After that, I had to do a report and send to Mojo and Rate. So after that, when I sent the report to Mojo just called me back and said, boy, Skelly, we need you on board. That's it. So there was twofold. I drove with them, I comported myself, and then after that I did some run around with Lazar, and that was it. And Mojo said, boy, Skelly, we need you on board.
Wow.
And that was it.
So being a tour manager, can you break it down for us? Because Ghana is listening, and we have a lot of potentials in Ghana, like myself, who maybe one day, because I quite remember one time you were telling me, Lagazee, if we're to be in London, I will let you handle Barry Salmon.
It's true. It's true.
You understand me? And I was like, whoa, I need to get my passport, and I need to get this, and I need to get that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so can you break it down for us?
I mean, you see, there's a lot of misconception and misunderstanding when it comes to the role of a tour manager, because there is tour manager, and there's road manager, and there's personal assistant. Okay. My role is tour manager, and that incorporates overlooking the band, the artist, the road manager, and the production managers and the personal assistants. So my job is at the helm of everybody else. Now, a tour manager's job is when a show is booked by an agent, once the show has been booked and the agent gets a contract that has been signed by the agent and the band manager, that contract is handed over to the tour manager, and the tour manager executes that contract from the first letter to the last letter. So what it means is, once you get a contract, I have to get in touch with the promoter to tell them that, okay, we have a show with you on this date. I need all this information. I need which hotel we are going to stay at. I need where the show is going to happen. I need who else is on the show. I need how long we're going to be on the show for. I need what the timings is going to be. This is our rider, our technical rider, our hospitality rider. I need you to confirm that everything that is on the rider you can provide. And all this is, I'm going to send in an email, and I'll need to get a response to fit into everything that we require. What we require is what is on our rider. So for instance, in Morgan Heritage, there'll be 15 or 16 people traveling. So I need flight information for all the 16 people. Out of the 16 people, the group, which is Morgan Heritage, there's 5 of them. Their flight schedule is going to be different from the rest of the people. Their flight class is different from the rest of the people. Their hotel class is different from the rest of the people. So it's basically me putting every little bit together, getting all that information, and then sending it to everybody in an email as Morgan Heritage and the musicians. They tell them that, okay, so this show is confirmed. This is all the details that you need. This is your flight itinerary and everything. I need to make sure that the flight itinerary fits. You're not just going to buy any flight for my musicians. So, for instance, we just did a show in Zimbabwe. And for the Zimbabwe show, the first time they sent me the flight itinerary, I look at the flight itinerary for all the 16 of us, and I send it back to the promoter. I said, boy, this can't work. Because the man, people are coming from Jamaica and America and stuff like that. And the man is giving us flights, the Ethiopian Airlines and Emirates and some Dubai Airlines and those. So we don't know how to do this. We want American Airlines and Delta. And this is the routing I want it to conform to. So the promoter will look at cutting costs, so giving us the cheapest option and then give us the cheapest routing, okay, or the cheapest routing to save money. I'll look at the route and I'm thinking, okay, my musicians are going to be traveling for this number of days. Now they're going to be too tired. They can't do this routing. I need a simpler routing. It might be more expensive, but that's what it is. That's what we need. So maybe give me the hotel details as well. I look at the hotel, I check it online, and there's some 2x4 hotel. No, we don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
And I will research and tell you, this is a 4-star hotel. This is the hotel I want you to book us into. You know, the person will come up with, okay, you need this keyboard, you need these drums. We don't have it. This is alternative. I know, we can't do this. This is what we require. This is what we're going to provide. So I'm like,
you need to get all that.
Of course, yeah. I need to get all that and put it in an itinerary.
Skelly, it looks like you are being wicked. Because you are kind of, should I call it extortion? Like, you know, they need a show.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, this artist sing about Africa and this and that, and that and that.
Yeah, man.
And at least, you understand me?
Yeah, but you see, this what happens. When you wanted to book a show with any artist, the first thing the artist will give you is their rider. The rider states and stipulates what their requirements are. So once you accept the rider and you issue a contract, it means that you've agreed to abide by what the person requires. I mean, yes, people sing about Africa, they sing about repatriation and everything, but at the end of the day, this is their job. Okay? This is how they earn a living.
Yeah.
So this is your job. You are behind your consoles. Definitely. And you have rules and regulations.
Definitely.
It's the same thing. I get paid for the work I do.
I see.
Now, if they don't get paid, for them to have money, they will not be able to pay their crew for them to come and play the music for you.
I see.
You understand? So it's not extortion, it's not being difficult, or it's not being hard. It is what it is. And that's why Morgan Heritage hasn't been to certain territories as yet. You haven't been to Ghana as yet. Because a lot of people are interested, Morgan Heritage, they show them the numbers that will come into play. Okay, we'll call you back. You see me?
It's like Morgan Heritage is too expensive.
No. Morgan Heritage is, for a Grammy Award-winning band, Morgan Heritage is one of the most reasonably priced artists on the market.
I see.
You know, for a Grammy, they just won a Grammy.
Yeah.
You know? If you want to do a show with Damian Marley, talking something. I'll give you an example. When we are in Europe, for instance, when we are touring in Europe or the US, Morgan Heritage, we tour with one tour bus. Okay? Damien tours with 2 tour buses. Now, the cost of one tour bus per day, for argument's sake, is about $500 for one day. So, and that is just for the bus, before the driver's pay, before fuel, before servicing, so the total unit cost of a bus for one day is almost like $1,000. So if you are touring for 36 days, okay, that's $36,000 for the bus alone.
Cool.
Damien tours with 2 of that. And Morgan Heritage will tour with 1 bus. So if Damien is touring with 2 buses, that means he has to earn enough money to be able to support the tour logistics. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to give you an example of. So Morgan Heritage is not expensive.
Wow.
They're reasonably priced.
Wow.
You know, they're not expensive.
So Skelly, what happens when a promoter like pays half of the money and you get to showtime and he's like, let's finish the show before.
No. It doesn't happen like that.
You don't work like that?
No. I'll get to watch showtime. You must be joking. You pay the deposit to secure the contract. And before my artists go on stage to perform, you will have paid the full amount. And I, Skelly, am responsible for making sure that I have that money in my hands, or that money has been wired, and I have the proof that the money has been wired before I'll give Morgan Heritage the green light to go on stage. So we don't deal with after the show.
So it means Morgan Heritage, like everything depends on you.
Well,
For them to move, not to move, everything depends on Skelly.
Yeah, the buck stops with me. And that is what my job is.
Ladies and gentlemen in the house, I'm talking to the official road manager for Morgan Heritage, Skelly Dread. Skelly, you tour. Do you have time for yourself?
Yeah, I mean...
you go, you come, you come.
Man.
You're in America today, you're in Zimbabwe. Like, you are touring the world.
Yeah, man, I give thanks for that. What happens is we have a tour schedule. So, like, right now, I'm in Ghana, I'm at home because we finished our tour schedule for the year. We just finished in September. So what we have now are one-off shows. We have a show next weekend in Dominica, and then I think we have Hawaii and Japan, and that will finish around the 20th of November, and then the year is done. But we started touring from February. Okay.
Wow.
So February, I think we did like 3 US tours, we did like 2 European tours, and we've been to like 4 countries in Africa. Yes, you have time for yourself because it's like going to work. When you're leaving home to go to work, you forget about home and you go to work. When you come back home, you are home, right? Yeah. It's the same thing. When I leave home to go on a tour, if it's a 8-week tour, I leave home and I know I'm going to be away for 9 weeks. And within that period of time, I'm in work mode, right? When I finish the tour and I come home and I'm coming home for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I come home and I'm just home to relax for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So that is my time. You know, so but when you're on the road, when I am on the road, there's nothing like, it's not like free time, there's not like my time. Once I leave my home and get into a car to get to the airport to fly out, that is it. I don't have time for me. It's
Skelly, when Grams was in Ghana, you recommend me as to play the role of let me say a road manager.
A road manager.
Yeah, and Skelly, it wasn't easy.
No.
When you are on the road, do you get time to sleep?
Sleep is something that you doze off as and when you get the chance to doze. You see me? Because you see the way it works is the tour manager's role, like I said earlier, is like a babysitter. You have 15 people, and at different times everybody is calling on you. Okay. When you get the chance to sleep, you sleep. But then there's no time for you to go and it's like when Morgan Heritage is sleeping, that is when I need to try and steal some time to get a nap. But remember, I say there's 5 of them, you know. So maybe one of them goes to bed at 8 o'clock. There's 4 people still up, so I can't sleep. Right?
Okay.
The second person might go, or 3 other people might go at 10 o'clock. There's still 2 people up. So they might need something at any point in time. As soon as all the 5 are able to get some sleep, then maybe I can sneak in to go and get some sleep. But once one of them wakes up and they need something, that's the end of my sleep.
Wow.
You know? So you doze off as and when you get a chance to doze off, but I saw you go.
So let's say in Ghana here, we see artist managers working with artists. They play the role of a road, like a road manager, artist manager, and all those things, like all in one.
Yeah.
In your case, everybody plays his role.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, everything is channeled to you.
Yeah.
So it means in Ghana here, we are not doing the proper thing.
I wouldn't say you're not doing the proper thing. I think it's the size of the artist and the size of the industry. So for instance, when I'm doing a tour and it's, say, a 4-week tour, for instance, you know, I don't think we have any artists in Ghana that are doing a 4-week tour in Ghana where every night they have a show. Do you understand? Yeah. So the dynamics are different. So in Ghana, an artist might have a show this weekend, they have show next weekend, and that sort of thing. They have like, in a month, they have maybe 3 shows. So one person will probably be able to handle it. But we don't have the systems in place in Ghana to break down the roles and let different people play different roles. So for instance, I don't know if there's a booking agency in Ghana that will book artists. You understand? In Ghana, the artist managers are the same people that are booking the shows. But in the Western world, it's not like that. There's an agency. Every artist is signed to an agent, and it's that agent that goes out to look for shows for the artist.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say you're doing the wrong thing in Ghana per se, but it's just like the industry hasn't evolved to the level where you need to have all these different structures in place.
Okay.
And then the other thing is the financial reward as well. For an artist in Ghana, I don't know how much they earn per show, but if you know the income is not that big and now the money is going to be shared among 5 or 6 people, and again, it takes its toll on the artist.
Okay.
You know, so the fans will not be there to be able to break it down that way.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to say that the wrong way.
All right, Skelly, last week we had an argument over here about this dub plate culture, and you is a man who have been on the road with all these artists, and at least you know everybody, you understand me? And, you know, last week Sunday you were giving me some education on how this dub plating work and all that.
Yeah.
Now, Skelly, I would like to know, looking at this, looking at our industry in Ghana, at least we are trying to fix up things.
Yeah, man.
Here's the case where we started sound system culture. We started it way back, and we are pushing, and now it's kind of getting some green light. We want to tell our artists that everybody should give us a dub plate, and at least, you know, it is the, like, let me say, it is the right of every artist to give every
It is what? It is what?
The right of every artist to give every selector a dub plate.
No. Lagazee, don't get it twisted. It is not the right of every artist to give a dub plate. A dub plate, you see, when an artist goes into the studio to work, what you have to remember is artists, they get paid. In the olden days, there were CDs. You could sell CDs and make money, right?
Yeah.
These days, CDs are not selling that. You don't get money from CDs. You get money from doing shows and endorsements and stuff like that. Now, from what I know about dub plates, right? Dub plates are an income earner for the artist as well.
Yeah.
Okay, from what I know, from the experience I have, dub plates are not free.
Yeah.
They are paid for by there's various selectors that want to play the dub plates. So there's no rule that says that a dub plate should be done for free. However, it is in the artist's own interest to do dub plates for selectors and DJs. Why? Because if you do a dub plate for a DJ, you are assured that every time that DJ is going to perform somewhere, they're going to play that dub plate. Although it mentions their name, it's going to mention you, the artist, as well. Okay? It's going to give you exposure. It's going to give you that big stage that you need for your name. So, for instance, you are an award-winning DJ.
Yeah.
Okay? So, when you go anywhere to play, you have a following.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So, whatever you are playing, you have followers. And these days, there's Twitter, there's these, there's... So whatever you are doing, your followers or your fans are multiplying it by tweeting and whatever.
Yeah.
So any artist that is doing a dub plate for you is kind of promoting themselves through you as a third person.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's in their interest to do dub plates for them to get the exposure.
But you see, in the case of Ghana, Skelly, I'm not continuing. In the case of Ghana, a lot of these artists don't know what we even call dub plate.
Right.
And they won't tell you that they don't know about it. You understand? But you know, they are too proud and too big in their own shoes. Instead of them to come to the studio, go into the studio with you, and you teach them that, okay, I want you to say this, say that, and do this.
But that let me cut you. That is not based on the art. It's based on artist management. You see, in all good faith. When everything is okay, you don't even have to talk to artists themselves.
You need to talk to the management.
Of course, yes. You talk to their management. So, like,
no,
me,
Skelly,
for instance...
You see, what you are saying is of the foreign standard. You understand me?
But every artist in Ghana has management.
Management?
No? Yes. Yeah. They might not have somebody who is experienced, but they always have somebody by them who speaks on their behalf. Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
Right. So, as far as I know, okay, at every level of operation, every artist should have somebody that is in between them and the public.
Skelly, I called one artist manager, right? And I was like, I need a dub plate from your artist. And said, what is that?
Yes.
I said a dub plate. I said, then he asked again, what is that?
Yeah, but you need to, you see, there's two things here. If people, I always say that he who seeks knowledge begins with humbleness.
Definitely.
You know, and in everything, humility is crucial, is paramount. I mean, somebody like you, today you're an award-winning selector. I haven't won any awards in Ghana. Okay? But then you, Lagazee, I know you to be a very humble person.
Yeah.
And that is why when Grams was coming to Ghana, there are many people, but I would recommend that he goes on a road with you.
Yeah.
It's humility.
Yeah.
So if you've started in the industry and you don't want to be humble, you want to play a know-it-all persona, you're not going to get anywhere. And that is the fact of life. Okay, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't want to be humble, or if you don't know something, you need to learn. Now, if you don't know and you refuse to learn, then you're still going to be ignorant.
Definitely.
You never get to know.
Definitely.
Okay, so if people are arrogant and they don't want to do things, you can't force them to do things. But then if people don't know things, and I think sometimes it's going to be the approach. You know, how you approach communicating to them, because yes, maybe they feel that they are artists and they should be given a certain level of respect and recognition. Maybe they haven't even reached there, but they still feel that, boy, once they're in the industry and they release one song with somebody, then they are artists. So then how you approach them and communicate with them to be able to break things down with them is the next thing that needs to be looked at. Okay, and that could break the ground. So if you just go dub plate is not a Ghanaian phrase. It's a foreign phrase. Okay? So when you say dub plate and somebody doesn't know, you need to break it down to them.
Definitely.
So you don't need to laugh at them because they don't know what a dub plate is. But you need to break it down to them. So you do a song, and inside that song, you mention my name, and then you mention this person's name. And then for the people that don't know, you tell them the benefits of they doing that and the benefits to the artist.
Okay.
But if you just make an assumption that they know and they are arrogant and they don't know and they don't want to tell you they don't know, then they're just going to tell you, I can't do it, I'm not going to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a two-edged situation. It's the way you approach it, you know, to break it down to them, for them to understand what the whole thing is. And you know, but like I said, it's an income earner for those who know, those that are well established. Look, I know certain artists that when they go into certain markets, they make more money from dub plates than from the shows that they actually play in the Western world. You know, because you have people lining up.
Say that again.
There are people, there are certain artists that when they go into certain markets, they make more money from dub plates than the show that they went to play. And I can give you a living example. Like when me and Peter Morgan is on the road in Europe, for instance, for argument's sake, maybe we go to Germany to go and play a show on the Friday night, okay? And the show is X amount, right? On the same night, we had dub plate from maybe like 6 DJs or 6 selectors. And one dub plate is like €500, for argument's sake. 6 people, that's €3,000 easily on the dub plate. Wow. You see what I'm saying? That is money. So if we are in Stuttgart tonight and we make 3,000 on dub plate, we go to Cologne tomorrow night, another 3,000 on, that's €6,000 easily. You understand?
No tax.
No? What do you mean? It's cash that is going in your pocket. But see, but what happens sometimes is we give a blight, whereby when a selector comes in and they want to do maybe 2 dub plates, for instance, and they pay, say, €1,000 for 2 dub plates. You might drop in a third one, you know, for free. Get that kind of thing there. You see me? So that can work.
Wow.
But I mean, in the Western world, I mean, dub plate, for somebody to do a dub plate for you for free, it's not something that is not done. It is done, but it's not by right that they should do dub plates for you for free. Dub plates should be paid for, but then it's good for people to do it to get exposure for themselves.
All right. Skelly, so what advice will you give to artists over here? Because now we are claiming sound system culture, and sound system culture goes with dub plate. So what advice would you give to our artists over here?
My advice would be in relation to this, and I think I should commend you a lot for this thing that you are starting, this sound clash thing you're doing, sound system thing you're doing, because we have a lot of reggae selectors on the land, and a lot of them don't know what they are doing. I'm not going to lie about it. I listen to certain people, I'm like, how did this people get on radio? It's a fact, you know. But then there are others too that know what they're doing, and they have ideas, and they want to import what the whole industry outside is doing into our system. And you're one of those people trying to bring this in. It's not going to be an easy road. You know, this is the first one that you're going to do, so I commend you so highly for it. I mean, sound system clash is a big thing in Jamaica and in the Western world. You know, one of the biggest sound systems in this world is Mighty Crown from Japan. You know,
I'm not for Mighty
Japanese.
Crown. I'm not for Mighty Crown.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
Okay,
all right. So you have your own. But I mean, to think that Japanese people. The reason I mention Mighty Crown is they are Japanese. They're not even Jamaicans. They're not from Jamaica. They're Japanese people. You know, and they've won world clashes.
Of course.
But as you're introducing this into the system, the sound system thing, I think at the same time you need to educate the various DJ, the various artists as well, you know, especially the dancehall ones, to know what this is about and what it comes with. My advice to artists within the industry now with regards to dub plates and sound system is, look, it's going to be in your own interest to do dub plates, you know, for selectors, so they'll be able to highlight your work. Dub plates should be done for a fee, but at this stage in our industry, and you bringing this thing in as a new venture, I think it's going to be in the interest of artists to do the dub plates, you know, and give it away so that they will get exposure.
Definitely.
But again, when you guys start approaching the artists, you know, you need to know how to approach them. You shouldn't go as if it's your right for them to do free dub plates for you.
Okay.
You see me?
All right.
But the artists, I better do the dub plate for free because it's going to help in the long run.
One big love to the militancy group on WhatsApp. Jabode, big up yourself.
How you mean?
Freddie Dugan, big up yourself.
Straight.
And all the man that we are listening right now, Jabode says deep reasoning on Hit 103.9.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm getting some education over here. Trust me. I know he is the man. All right. Before I end with Skelly in the house, I would like to activate the phone line for you to call in. You know, like 5 minutes call in, and let's done with Skelly in the place. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
0302 216 6568. 0302 216 568 is the number for you to call. Yeah, man, let's reasoning. You know, let's reason. Call in and ask any question you want to ask, because Skelly is in the place.
But the question, I have a question for you too, Lagazee. no, is because you know I jump in and jump out. So do you?
Skelly,
you have a caller.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
What is the name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dakuma.
And your name is?
My name is Abdul Kadir.
Okay, we have Skelly in the house.
Yeah, what I want to ask is that Skelly, is it DJ?
Yes, me there. It's what?
Yeah, man, tell me like the man too much, man.
I give thanks, you know.
Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that. All right. Skelly is a selector. You understand me?
Selector.
You don't know. Yeah. That they must know every time.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
The question?
Somebody's on the line. Hello. What is the name? Where are you calling from? Your name is what?
Chicago, Kukumemle.
Chicago from Kukumemle. We have Skelly Dread in the house.
Yo, big man, Skelly.
Yo, Chicago, where I say?
Let's calm down, you know.
Can't quench.
It's a royal salute to you. More teachers, you know.
Yeah.
Bless.
All right.
Bless. Give thanks. All right. Somebody's on the line. Oh, sorry about that. Just call in and let's reason, man. Hello.
Oh, Emmanuel, I think Selassie,
Rastafari.
Rasmo, calling from Ashi.
Rasmoja.
Yes, I.
What I say?
Big up.
Niceness. Yeah, man.
Way back where I won't carry that every load, you know. Are you me a listen, you know?
Is it?
Yeah, man. I'm more inspiration you are give her, and I carry that every load, you know.
All right.
Yeah, so big up.
Bless it.
Yourself, you know.
Every time.
We let your daughter self, we won't back to you, chef, you know.
All right. Yeah, man. Let her come in, man.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Keep up the spirit, okay? Jah works.
Yes.
Be a good girl for daddy, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm telling you, if the little picking them are loving us, then what about the big man them?
Niceness.
Yes,
niceness.
Hello.
Niceness.
Sorry about that. Hello.
What's up? Skelly!
Yes, sir, who this?
Different colors.
American man!
Surprise, man. You were not going to say your back, I did your front.
American man!
Ali was going to greet you.
Yeah, man.
This morning.
We give thanks. Yes, I. Every time.
Respect.
Yes.
We'll pick up the last call and we can't pick the call again. It's exactly 7 o'clock. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm calling from Africa, Park, Matthew.
Okay.
Big up to you, I didn't see you, pal.
Respect.
And they hear your voice, I say, yeah, that's the real man I want.
We give thanks. Right.
Thank you.
Blessed.
Keep it up, wine.
Every time.
All right. So all the man them who call him, nobody ask a question.
But it looks like the questions you asked were deep enough, so everybody get the answer already.
Yes, everybody satisfied.
I say.
All right, we give thanks. So, Skelly, you said you want to ask him something.
I wanted to ask if you, in your experience, do you know if any of our artists in Ghana has ever put up a tour in Ghana, a tour whereby almost every night there's a show?
As a matter of fact, no to that effect. But I know we have artists over here that put up tours like this, local tours, area to area tour. You understand me? They play it this week, and the next week they move to other areas and all that.
So every weekend?
Yeah, but it's not regular.
Okay.
It's not regular. You understand me?
So we are still growing as an industry.
Yeah.
You know, we are still growing. We have 25 million people in Ghana.
Yeah.
We have how many regions? 10 regions.
10 regions.
And the day that we have an artist that will be able to do 2 shows in Accra this week, 2 in Kumasi, 2 like a tour.
Yeah.
Then we know that we are getting there.
Okay.
We will reach there.
All right.
But in the meantime, you only plant a seed, it has to germinate, it has to grow into a stem, it has to grow into a shrub. It eventually becomes a tree and it can bear fruits.
Definitely.
So the thing said.
Yeah, man. Skelly. All right, Skelly. Our 1-year anniversary, Lagazee Sounds, and we have our trophy over here. Can you say something about
Not
the
a mercy. Okay, so right about now, Charlie, Lagazee Sound though on Hits 103.9 1-year anniversary. Some boy I go dead. Charlie, when is this? When is this? On the 28th, right?
On the 28th at Root and Soul.
Yeah.
Yo,
when I heard about this, I was very excited, and it's just there's so much pain in my heart that I might not be around to witness it, because I would have been there live.
Oh, but Skelly,
I'm sitting there.
But still, you told me you were going to be there.
Boy, I tell you, Ja works, Ja works, but we're still far away still, we're still far away.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we give thanks. We give thanks to love and support.
All right, Skelly. Before you leave us in the house, your word of advice, we have as an industry.
My advice is humility. He who seeks knowledge begins with humbleness. We need to be humble. We need to, and like you rightly said, if you don't know something, there's no shame. When I started being a tour manager for Morgan Heritage, and where I am today, I look back and I'm like, wow. I mean, there were so many things I didn't know, but they had the confidence in me.
Wow.
They had a faith in me.
Yeah. And
they put me at the helm of Morgan Heritage. And Morgan Heritage is one of the most respected bands in the world today.
Yeah.
And when I didn't know anything, they had a confidence just because of my enthusiasm and my honesty and my humility. They gave me the chance to do it.
Yeah.
And it's the same way. If you don't know something, there's no shame in saying, I don't know it. Please explain it to me.
Yeah.
And that's the formula for success.
Definitely.
But if you don't know and you're feeling too big, now I'm going to let them say, no. I'm going to blag it out.
Yeah.
You're going to fall.
Definitely.
You see me?
Yeah.
So humility is the key, and he who seeks knowledge begins with humbleness. Let us be humble, and one day we shall rise.
Blessed. All right, Skelly, thanks so much for coming through.